Morning, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So this is a crafty Christmas in July. I've been asked to join a collaboration by Lisa and Terry. Lisa is the group in Facebook, Lisa's Paper, Lace and Bling. And Terry is from Sweet Pea Papers. So they're doing a hashtag Crafty Christmas July 2023. Now I'm always looking for quirky things to make for Christmas for the table. This is something I made for my summer days journal, but I thought this would be an absolute brilliant cutlery holder, you know, to place. I'm always looking for things to fancy the table up, and I was thinking, right, this is what I'm going to do. You know, you can put place names on, you can put the napkin in, you can put, like, my grandchildren, I always make little baubles and things like that for them, or little books. So this is what we're going to do today, and I am going to use some Christmas papers. So I've just got some book pages here. Now, they're not cut straight. I can see from here they're not cut straight, because at the bottom it's just over 13, and at the top it's just under 13. So I've gone skiddly diddly somewhere, and I think it's on this side. Anyway, we'll sort that. So this is just, I'll tell you in inches. So it's just 9.6 inches. The actual book page, I don't know because I've trimmed it down, but it's probably about 6 inches. I've took it down to just 5.1 inches. And I thought this was, you know, this was great. Just make sure. And it's an old Scottish law book that's no longer any good. As everybody knows, the laws change constantly. Now I want this a little bit bigger, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that one up there. I just want it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to turn this over. Very rarely do I do measurements, and it gets me into lots of trouble, I know. But me and measuring just don't go well. And then to do this one, I'm just going to take another piece of paper. And I'm just going to fold it down there, and we'll have that about there. So I'll take my scissors, and as you can see, as long as it fits under there, I'm fine. So I'm just going to cut along here. I can use the text as my guide. And then I want another one. Probably will do this side. I'm going to turn it in anyway. So we've got our page. I'm going to turn this one over because I don't want this one on the outside. And you can do different coloured book pages. You can use your digitals. You can use scrapbook papers. I know there's lots of you out there still have some winter scrapbook pages, and I do, and I really need to start using them up. And there we are. We have our cutlery holder. So what I'm going to do is I will stitch this. But I am just going to just do a little bit of gluing when my glue decides to work. There it is, just to keep it in place. And before we do that, we'll glue this down. You can cut this, but I prefer to leave it, especially if you're going to be putting cutlery and stuff in it. But anything, I mean, I make these for my journals to put tags and ephemera and bits and pieces in. And I think we shall go here. Now, normally I stitch down that. I'm not going to. I'm just going to stitch right the way around the edges. We'll cut this, we'll stick this one in. And just a thin line. Of glue, and this one I'm just turning over. I am going to stitch this, so I'm not going to stick the sides down on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch all the way around here, and then, well, I'm going to stitch this first. Then I'm going to turn it up, and then I'll stitch all round. So I'll be back when it's stitched. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so I'm back. So that was the one I stitched, we made on video. This was the one I thought, right, I will do one, I'll do another one, and I will stitch around the edges to let you see. However, I didn't glue it, and you can see where it's kind of gone bobbly a bit, but never mind. So we've got the two of them. Now, to decorate these, what I've done is I've just took off some, I've printed some vellum with a Christmas paper that I had. And I'm just going to put some little vellum bits on it. And I'm going to do it under the stitching, so I'm just going to trim that off. I'll be back in a second. And it's straight, so we're going to put that one there. We've got this one here. Now this has a bird on it, but I'm not going to get the whole bird on it. You could do it that way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just slightly fussy cut that out. Not going to be perfect. And we shall put that one there so it can come off under here. And this one I'm going to put the stripy bits across the way. And I've gone skew whiffy again. I need to, it's because I've got my trimmer on an angle and I don't butt it up against the edge, and I should. So and I'm going to use some fabric tack. I know that the worst thing to do is the worst thing to glue down is vellum and tracing paper, because it tends to show. So I'm just going to put it on here and a little bit down there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it in. And hopefully that'll stop it from warping the vellum. And I'm going to use Midnight Blue, and this is the Harmony inks. I like Tim Holtz Distress inks, but I also like these Harmony. I spent a lot of money on them, so I need to like them. And I am going to ink these and we'll ink around the edges. And then you don't have to do it blue like me, it's just that I like blue for Christmas, but not everybody's Christmas theme is blue. I mean, you could go with the traditional, you know, the reds and the greens, and that would be absolutely fantastic. But I like blues and silvers. There was a time when I was in like lilacs and silvers, and I've gone through the creams and the terracottas. In fact, my Christmas tree is cream with all the cream lace and terracotta baubles and bronze. So we've got that one for now. And as I say, I'm just putting a thin bead and then I'm just rubbing it in. And we'll put that across there. Like that. And I think we'll have a little bit of lace on this one as well. I quite like lace, especially at Christmas. Yep. And lace I stick on. Now this lace has been gathered, but I took it off it was on like I've had it years. I used to make my daughter when I knitted cardigans and things like that, and I used to put lace round her socks, round the edge of her socks, and put little tiny applique roses and things like that on them to match her cardigans and her dresses. And I mean, I'm going back years ago because she's in her 40s now. So she doesn't wear lace round her socks anymore. She's got little people of her own now to put socks round. No, I think I'll just leave that one like that. I am going to stick this down at the bottom as well. And I think I'll put a nice blue ribbon. Got a couple of different types of ribbons. I'm going to put a bow. Yeah. And I do have a bow maker somewhere, but it's sometimes just as easy to make a bow. And we'll put that on there. Do we want it on that side? And I'll just hold that. I've got strings of glue all over. Okay. And I'm going to use a paler blue to go around this one. This one's the baby blue. It's like a grey blue. We've got that one. And are we going to put a ribbon or a bow on this one? I think we might put a ribbon. Try that one. I think that's a bit too dark. My scissors aren't meant to cut material. And just a thin bead of glue down where you're putting your ribbon. And there we have that. Just looking to see if it needs any lace. We could put lace at the bottom. Could put lace underneath. Or lace in the pocket. I think it would need a smaller amount of lace. What other laces have I got? Got some quite nice. No, I don't want anything on there. I've got me birdie on there. Right. I've dipped it in the glue and I'm just moving it up slightly. It's just that the glue was like really thick. And there we are. I'm just still swithering with it to have a piece of ribbon on the end of this. No, I'm going to put some of this on, and again just a thin bead of glue. If you know what you're going to do with your pockets, I mean, you could decorate them before you actually stitch them in. Then you could stitch your lace and your ribbon and everything on. That would look quite nice. But I'm kind of an off the hoof girl, so, and even if I have a plan, I change it because I can. Because I think of something else and I think, no, that'd be better. Right. So yes, I'm quite pleased with that. So you could put somebody's name on, you know, if you wanted place names, things like that, you know. Serviettes, not on me, but I've got some serviettes that I've pulled, napkins. These are just the middles that I've pulled, you know, when you separate them, so you can put your napkin in here. Not the greatest of folding napkins, but right, I think we'll have that. That usually tucks in there. I like decorating the Christmas table, but I think as a job, that's not my thing. And there we are. And where's my cutlery that I borrowed from the table? Yeah, so I think that would look quite nice. Something different. So there are lots of other people in the collaboration. The list is below. Please go out and check their all what they're doing. They might be doing journals, they might be doing bits and pieces like me. I'm just going to do bits of quirky things for Christmas, because I like quirky at Christmas as well. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.